let's take a look at how electrons are arranged around the atom. And we're doing this by writing electron configurations. And so remember that we talked about the fact that electrons go into different energy levels. That's how far away they are from the nucleus, and different sublevels, different areas inside those energy levels. And that the periodic table is arranged in blocks that help me identify where the electrons are going in. So this first two columns here make up my S block. The last six columns make up my P block. In the middle of the periodic table, we have my D block. And then here at the bottom, I have my F block. And within each of these blocks, we can actually label the individual sublevels by their energy levels. So 1s, 2s, 3s, and so on and so forth, going down. And notice it's just the row that they're on. So the 2p, 3p, 4p. But there is something strange about the D block. They start one energy level behind. So it's on the fourth row, but we're going to label that one 3D. And I always remember this. They always fill in this order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So D starts with a 3. So keep that in mind. Now, let's go ahead and practice how to do this. So we're going to look at boron as our first example, and boron is element number 5. So step 1 is find your element and draw lines through all the other elements until I get to boron. I'm going to start all the way at hydrogen, number 1, and get to number 5. So here are my lines. Step 2, I'm going to label those lines with my energy level and sublevel. 1s, 2s, this is 2p. And then finally, how many electrons are in each of these sublevels? And that's the number of squares that I'm going through. So 1, 2, 1s2, 1, 2, 2s2. And then boron is in the first square, so 2p1. So I have 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. All right, let's take a look at another example. So now we're going all the way to sulfur. Sulfur is number 16. Draw lines until I get to 16. There we go. And label those lines. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. Count the number of squares I'm going through. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2p, 6 there. 3s, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we're going to go all the way and write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. And notice we're writing a lot of the same things because as we add more electrons, we're just going to use more energy levels, and the sublevels inside those stay the same. We just keep adding more and more. So let's take a look at cobalt. So here's an example of a transition metal, something here in the middle. And so again, draw lines to get to it. I'm going to go all the way to cobalt. It's getting long now. Now notice what I did here. Right here, I drew two lines because the end of the S block is there. So this is now the D block, and I want to remember this is 3D. It starts one behind. So here we go. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, and then 3d. 2, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to cobalt. So we have 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d7. So long. There's got to be a better way. And there is. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But right now, I want you to see that we're just going to keep building these up, always starting from hydrogen, labeling all of our sublevels until we get to the element that I'm interested in.